Welcome to my channel. My name is Koji. I'm a TV show enthusiast, and in this video, I'm going to talk about Squid Game Season 3, the final season. First of all, this show makes me feel sick. I thought I've gained an immunity. I thought I've seen every kind of inhumane, twisted-minded, like sick-minded, twisted shit in Season 1 and 2, but they somehow found a new way to break me. It is sick. Like, what kind of sequels make a show like this? Which is a compliment. They always put their characters into extreme dehumanizing situations where they have to choose between two impossible options. Like, if you want to survive, kill your friends, right? Kill a best friend or family. And like in season one in the marble game, they're like, guys, make a pair. You're going to play partner in the next game. So they naturally, all right, I'm gonna pair up with someone I know, someone I can trust. But actually, you're going to play against each other, which means killing each other. And they're like, what? You serious? Kuruzumida, right? And that's what they do. But that is what makes this show really effective and compelling because, exploring the darkest, ugliest parts of humanity, the raw, unfiltered human nature. It's disturbing, but fascinating as well. All right, I'm gonna get into my review, okay? So the last season ended on a huge cliffhanger where the frontman stops playing along to put an end to this whole riot situation, and Ji-hoon's best friend gets shot and dies. That is the ending of the last season. Cuts to this season, they resume the game like nothing happened. I thought Ji-hoon was going to be punished and get locked up or something, but they let him play like nothing happened. However, Jihoon is in shock over his best friend's death, and he's like a husk. There's no soul left in his body. He's not in the mental state to play a high stakes death game. But I wasn't worried. He is protected by huge plot armor. So let's worry about other characters, specifically the three ladies. The Cho is her name, trans woman, and the pregnant girl and the older lady. They are the ones who I really worry about. And the fourth game is hide and seek, right? The players are divided into two groups, seekers and hiders. And seekers have to kill at least one hider within 30 minutes, whereas hiders have to survive in the maze or find exit out of it. And this game is, for me, the highlight of the season. It is the most tension-filled, emotional, game in this whole season. I really love it, especially because of my emotional attachment to these three characters, trans woman, a pregnant girl, and the older lady. And not only they are physically the weakest, the most handicapped group. The girl goes into labor during the game, for God's sake, which makes them more powerless. But the trans woman, Cho, she steps up like she always does. She does everything she can to the, protect her group, right? And she's been the MVP since season two, right? She's shown her leadership and courage and has helped her group survive over and over again. She's been the best character for me throughout these two seasons. And towards the end, she finds exit and she, rushes back to the room where they're hiding and tells them, guys, I found the exit. Let's go. At this point, I was like, yes, 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 let's fucking go, let's please don't kill them. Please make it, please, please, please. And then she gets stabbed from behind. This is some JJK shit, this is what they do. Like, just when you think they're safe, nope, not gonna happen. It's really brutal. My heart was broken. My favorite character just died. I thought she would make it. I thought she wouldn't die this early. I was devastated. Also, after that, the girl delivers a baby successfully, and they head to the exit as Cho told them. And the old lady's son finds them trying to kill the pregnant girl to win the game, and the mother stops him from doing so. And after some back and forth, mother kills him from behind, like stabbing. And that is also really a powerful emotional moment. They did a great job of, dr squeezing dramatic juice out of it. Well done. And around this time, the VIPs arrive and things start to fall apart. Like, their dialogue is really terrible. I mean, Coney doesn't even begin to describe how terrible it is, you know? Like, it's not only their lines, but also how they deliver them. Like, it sounds so forced, like fake, amateurish. Are they even actors? I really wonder. But maybe, like for the Korean audience, this might be invisible, so they didn't think twice about it. They didn't even try to fix it, I guess. But for me, as someone who understands English, I cannot unsee it. Also, it was a terrible writing decision to cut back and forth between the players and the VIPs. Like tension is building in the game, right? It is going somewhere. And it cuts away to the VIPs. And we have to listen to their like terrible, obnoxious, tacky jokes and corny banter. It just kills the tension and momentum. So I couldn't really immerse in the story. It ruined the last two games for me. It was terrible. And what is the point of squeezing in this whole VIP plot anyway? Because it doesn't go anywhere, you know? They don't even get punished. They don't even reveal anything big. I thought they were going to play an important role in revealing this organization's truth, something like that. But they don't do shit. They just leave at the end in a helicopter, right? It doesn't fucking make sense. It ruined it for me. I didn't enjoy the last two games because of those VIPs. However, personally, I like how Ji-hoon goes out. He goes out in style. I thought he was going to win the game with the baby and have a final moment with the frontman, like an extra final game, something like that, and take down the organization at the end. But they threw a curveball and, they had him just die. They killed him. I didn't see that coming, really. And it was well done, mainly because it is a fitting ending for his character arc. It is because one of the most important themes in the show is the greed, right? Human like greediness. That's why they emphasize the voting process over and over again. Like even though there's a way out, people stay. Like the money is too tempting, right? They are selfish and greedy. And also the VIPs come to visit the island to see those unfiltered, raw, ugly human traits on full display, right? That's why they fund the games. They believe, people are selfish, people are like hypocritical. Everyone, like when push comes to shove, everyone betrays their friends, families. Everyone is selfish, right? But Ji-hoon proves them wrong by killing himself to save the baby. And it is a great, powerful thematic message. And I love it. However, when it comes to the ending itself, it feels not, it doesn't feel conclusive. It feels like open-ended, like it feels like it lacks sense of like closure for me. Like the frontman doesn't even go down. He gets out with the whole thing, right? And he's like a good guy at the end. He gives, Jihoon's daughter money and, his brother, the baby's prize money. Like they wanted him to be a good guy, or I want him to be brought to justice, to be honest. He has to pay for it, right? For what he has done. So yeah, the ending is underwhelming, like disappointing for me. But at the end of the day, I wasn't expecting season two and three to be great. My expectations for them were really, really low because, you know, this kind of story doesn't work
long term, right? As great as season one is, it is carried by the mystery elements and you know, the novelty of the concept, right? And as soon as you find out who is behind it, who is funding the games, that magic goes away. So I didn't think this show to continue to be great. So overall, it is okay. It is maybe 4 out of 10. They did a solid job, even though there is a lot of room for improvement in writing. So yeah, 4, 5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, that's my review. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.